second set for the Rebuild the Galaxy miniseries in the LEGO Star Wars line. X-Wing TIE Fighter mashup. Let's go. This is of course a 2024 set. The set number is 75393. Price being $109.99 US. Piece count is 1063 with a price per piece of 0.10. The VIP points, because we do not say insider here, is 715. That is if you purchase this from lego.com or from inside a LEGO store itself. The measurements of this set are very interesting. I mean, I definitely had this prepared. Actually, I can blame LEGO on this one because they only gave me the measurements for the TIE Fighter build and not the X-Wing. I guess we'll have to go ahead and measure ourselves. And with the measurements of the TIE Fighter and X-Wing Starfighter figured out, let's go ahead and figure out the volume and surface area of both of these builds. Another important part is going to be the weight of this set. So let's go ahead and get our scale out and do this together. So much important information, I can't take it. It's an information overload. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the minifigures. Now when it comes to this set, there are 5 minifigures included into this set. Let's go and get started with my least favorite of the set to the most favorite of the set, starting off with L3GO, or Lego. This astromech droid is something that does not really fit into this set at all. Personally, I am shocked that LEGO has not done their own astromech droid named Lego already, but this is more like a astromech for McDonald's than anything else. I'm not dissing the color palette for L3GO, I am just not understanding why they didn't use red, white, and black, which are the 3 colors that are more noted in the LEGO logo. Although yellow is in the logo, it has the same presence of the black, outlining the word LEGO. The printing on astromech droids never really bothered me, but also never amazed me either. L3GO is no exception to that, but maybe one day we will get an all-star astromech droid with out-of-this-world printing, but if not, it doesn't really bother me. It's another astromech droid. The Gerspapa information for L3GO, or Lego the Astromech Droid, is on screen now. A goofiness of 8, relevancy of 0, shock factor of 9, pieces with accessories of 4, printing of a 5, and that all boils down to a Gerspapa rating of 5.2. Both pilots, Rebel and TIE. Yes, both of these are tied for the same slot. These 2 pilots of course make sense to the set since they are an X-Wing and a TIE Fighter. However, neither of these pilots were in the miniseries. Both of the pilots do come with a blaster pistol. The printing on these 2 minifigures do of course represent their 2 factions. The printing is decent, nothing out of this world or anything, but decent Galactic Civil War era pilot attire. The Rebel pilot does have a double-sided male face, and the Imperial pilot has a single-sided female face. It is always a nice addition to have, since I do not have a lot of Rebel Alliance and Imperial minifigures. I've decided that the Gerspapa information for these two minifigures are going to be goofiness of 2, relevancy of 5, shock factor of 2, pieces with accessories 5, printing a 6, boiling down to a Gerspapa rating of 4. Alright, we are getting up there. We have Yessie Scala. Yessie Scala with her gaffy stick, goffy stick. How do you pronounce that word right there? This is a pretty nice looking minifigure with some printing that does look good, and looks on par with what I would expect from LEGO for most minifigures across the board. She does have a double-sided face. Her hairpiece is also a very nice one to have, as well as the pieces that make her gaffy stick, whatever. She was an interesting side character in the miniseries, and someone to put up with Sig's concerns. Although I do feel like she is in this set just to be in this set. Not entirely a bad thing, but something to mention. The Gerspapa information for Yessie Scala is on the screen now. Goofiness 8, relevancy 5, shock factor 5, pieces with accessories an 8, printing a 7, boiling it down to a Gerspapa rating of 6.6. Now moving on to the most favorited minifigure in this set, in my opinion, is going to be Sig Greebling. Sig Greebling is of course the main character of the mini-series. He does have some pretty chill printing. I do like his printing because it's casual. It's nothing that's so crazy that it can only be used for just this character. Just like with Yessie, the printing is another category of casual. To describe this better, I think about how the avatars look in the character creation menu for the KOTOR video games. They all have their own designs, but they are the same level of design. He also has a double-sided face. His staff is a very cool design, just like the Shepherd's Hook, but in this mini-series, he uses it for the nerf and for the lightning storms. I do like this character, but there will be more about that in my grand review on the mini-series itself. Gerspapa information for Sig Greebling: goofiness 8, relevancy 6, shock factor 7, pieces with accessories 9, printing a 7, boiling down to a Gerspapa rating of 7.4. Now let's move on to the builds. The TIE Fighter. The TIE Fighter is smaller, but that is the point. It is still a really nice build, and I loved building this set. I again have the pleasure of a Rebuild the Galaxy set to be the first in my collection, which is the TIE Fighter. I have not owned a TIE Fighter before this one. I do like the pilot's canopy, and I do like the spring-loaded shooters as well. Taking a look at the main area of the TIE Fighter, we must remove the wings. We do this by removing the pins of these wings and simply pull them off. Moving on to the X-Wing. Not my first X-Wing, that goes to Poe Dameron's X-Wing, but a nice one for sure. This is smaller than the past sets, but it pairs with the TIE Fighter in this set very well. This X-Wing I think I enjoyed building more than the TIE Fighter, but there was a specific part of the X-Wing that was really cool to put together. That part is the sides of the nose of the ship. This has the pilot canopy, and it looks decent, as well as a place for L3GO above that. The overall look of the Starfighter is nice, and the wings of course can switch into attack position. Don't ask me what the not attack position is called. I see you. I said don't. I said don't. Let's take a closer look at the main area, and to do this we must also take the wings off. The same way as the TIE Fighter, we do this with these pins on either side. The main area gives me a X-Wing V-Wing kinds of feels, but you know, let's change this up a little bit. Oh yeah, we're talking about the uglies. We have the ability to put the TIE wings on the X-Wing. Just place the wings of the TIE Fighter into the X-Wing main area and put those pins back, and there you have an official LEGO Star Wars Ugly. What's better than one ugly? Two uglies! And what's better than two uglies? The measurement, volume, and surface area and weight information for those two uglies. Let's go! Before I get to my final thoughts, I want to genuinely thank you all for watching this video. I do hope you guys like the video and consider subscribing because it helps me out a lot. I also hope you guys are enjoying the way I'm doing these set reviews. This is brand new for me, a brand new type of recording and giving information on some of these sets. I will be explaining why I'm doing it this way, hopefully by, I'm going to say, mid-spring of 2025, because by then I should have enough data to explain to you why I'm doing it this way. My final thoughts on this set are as follows. I love this set. It is a great gimmick that goes well with the miniseries of Rebuild the Galaxy, but also gives way to Legends to make uglies. I am stoked to see the possibilities that can happen with this, especially with the pins being so easy to build. I am excited to see if people make a Y-Wing for this, and a TIE Advanced, and so much more. All in all, I am going to give this set a 4 Minikit rating. Let me know what your thoughts on this set are, and do you agree with my original name for this set, which is the Content Creator Confusion from my Make LEGO Star Wars Great Again video. I still think it stands. I got nothing else to say but for you to have an awesome, God bless day. Rex out.